Hey guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a very fun video for the end of 2025 and the start of 2026. And I have all my notes in Canva, so I'm going to pop that up for you and then we'll get started. So if the thumbnail or title doesn't give it away, we're going to be talking about toys that I'm going to continue to collect in 2026 and toys that I am not going to collect for whatever reason. Then later I will have my 2026 collectors list, which will be very detailed, and that will be a longer video, but I'll give you like a snippet of the reasoning. So here we go. The peace sign will stand for toys that I will no longer be collecting for the year of 2026, but that does not mean that they are gone from my life forever. Maybe down the road I'll decide that I want to pick it back up again for whatever reason, and that's fine, because we can change and we can grow, we can do what we want, because it's our collection. Okay, and then the smiley face will be toys that I really want to make a main priority in the coming year. So the first toy that I'm saying peace to in 2026 is going to be Squishmallow. You have seen a plethora of videos on my channel of me destashing, decluttering, trying to get through my Squishmallow collection and then buying more Squishmallow. But I'm actually done. I have the Squishmallows that I already have, and I'll be going through them in the next couple months. I also have some in storage, so I'll get those out. I might do another destash video like I did with my Funko Pop destash video, and I'll probably just take most of those to McKay's and sell them there, because that's like really easy and quick and I don't have to worry about shipping and selling and stuff like that. But yeah, and then once I have curated my perfect little Squishmallow collection, then I will share that collection with you. So yeah, bye bye Squishmallows in 2026. The next toy that I am done with is Funko Pops. You saw me destash my collection and you saw the ones that I kept. I might give you a little refresher later on, and I might even end up parting with those, but for now I'm holding on to them. But Funko Pop is just, I don't know, kind of out for me. It just doesn't interest me anymore, along with some of the other toy lines that I'm going to be including, because like when it's like something that's like really meant to be collectible and then it's like kind of a repeat of the same thing over and over but in a different font, then I feel like it gets like, eventually it gets boring to me. So that's the reason for that. But I will never collect Funko Pops again. The next thing is Palm Pals, and this is really difficult because I think their little faces are so cute, but similar to Funko Pops, they are the exact same way. It's the exact same little shape in a different font over and over again, meant for collecting, and I kind of just don't want to do that anymore. Squishmallow is the same way. I love the ones that I have and I'll be keeping them, but I won't be collecting anymore, and I might eventually part with a lot of the ones that I have, and then of course I'll share that collection with you. The next toy is Bum Bums. Now Bum Bums I don't think are the same way, where it's very repetitive. It's just that I don't need them. There's a lot more unique toys that I want to collect. And oh, I should have said, if you collect these things, I completely understand, because I used to collect them too, and I used to really love them and I used to be really excited about them, but I'm just not excited about them anymore. So I'm not trying to like rip on your favorite toys or anything. That is not my intent. You can collect whatever you want to collect, and I love to see a good collection. So if I saw a person with 400 Bum Bums, I'd be like, wow, that is a cool collection. I love a good collection. Just, I don't want it anymore. The next thing is Blind Bag Plush. I collect a lot of Alfmal and a lot of the Mariah Elizabeth plush, and I'll also no longer be collecting any plush in blind bag form. There are still figures that I'll be collecting in dolls, but not the blind bag plush. If I happen to see, possibly, I don't know, because I feel like if I'm not collecting the blind bags I don't want to do this, but if I happen to see one of those blind bag toys thrifting, I might get them, because I have space in, like, I have an organizer and there's still a little space left in each of the categories for maybe a couple more of each. So if I see them thrifting and they're like one I really, really want, I might pick them up. And I know that the thrift stores will be flooded with those things really soon, probably, because the hype is probably dying down at this point. The next thing is Plushy Dreadful. I love, love, love Plushy Dreadful, and I feel like they have a really good mission to bring awareness to all of these mental disabilities and to physical disabilities and illnesses, and they're just a really cool company. I love the designs of their bunnies. I feel like they're so cool, but I just don't want any more than I already have. Some of the ones that I have that I no longer feel connected to, I'm going to actually sell and get one final bunny. I'm not going to disclose who that bunny's going to be because I'll make it a surprise in a video, but I have like 3 Plushy Dreadfuls that I want to sell that I wanted before, but now I don't really want them. And then I'll show you my completed collection and the last one that I want to add to my collection. So yeah, Plushy Dreadful. The next thing is Wormies. I think Wormies are so cute and so comforting, but I already have enough of them because I have about, I don't know, 3 or 4, and if I want to use them, I already have heating pads now. Like, I can warm those up in the microwave and use them. I don't need like 50 warming things. They're really heavy too, and I'd rather collect other plush. The next thing is new release Build-A-Bear. This one has like a very specific criteria. It's not completely all or nothing with this. It's this, I would rather thrift older Build-A-Bear and not buy every new release that comes out, because Build-A-Bear is a weakness for me, and I feel like there's way too many of them now, and like every drop there's like 10 that I'm like, oh, I need to get that one, I don't want to miss out on that one. And then if you miss out on it, it's $500 on Mercari the next day, and you're like, oh, and you feel like sad and all that stuff. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. There are about 4 categories of things that I will still contemplate getting. The kitties, like Ghost Kitty and Pumpkin Kitty. There's going to be a Rose Kitty come out in February for Valentine's Day. I really just want to use my judgment and figure out if I want to get the kitties as they come out. Also the frogs, like if you look up, you'll see my frogs. I also will consider getting some of the frogs, maybe, if I decide that I want them. The other category is Sanrio. I'm really enjoying the Sanrio releases, but I only get one of each character, so it's not going to get out of control as long as I get one of each character and not like all of the different remakes that they make. So I kind of wait until I see a edition of them that I really like, and then I choose that edition for the one character. And the last category is the lovable legends. So I have loved every single lovable legend that I have. I didn't get the Loch Ness Monster, but I did get the Jackalope during the Black Friday sale. When I opened that Jackalope, it is the main thing that made me decide that I no longer wanted to get Build-A-Bear off of the website. The quality of it was so bad, and they also double my order, and I paid for the double order, so now I'm gonna have to resell all of those Build-A-Bear duplicates. So it really sucks, and they're poor quality. I shouldn't say that to you, because I should probably want you to buy the Jackalope because it'll be on my Mercari. I guess some people won't care, but I like really care about the quality of the plush, and it's not good and they take up a lot of room. So if I get a couple more releases, the Sanrio are always pretty good quality, but if I get more releases and they're not of quality, then I will cut Build-A-Bear altogether. But those are the categories that I'm still interested in. And then of course thrifted ones are like free game. And then I have a graphic that I made for like all the Dreamies that I'm allowed to buy online secondhand. I'll share that in the next video, even though I'm super excited. If you want a sneak peek of it without any commentary, it is already on my Instagram. Oh, where are we at? Oh, Bratz. Ever since I put Bratz on the list, I've been kind of contemplating if I want to leave it there. I think that for now I want to take a step back from Bratz, but I might want to get some baby Bratz, but the traditional Bratz, like the regular dolls, I don't really want to get those right now. But I probably will resume collecting them in the future, but not for 2026. And the last thing is vintage Cabbage Patch Kids. So I have a lot of them, and they all need to be cleaned and organized. And my collection is out of control. I am making my own personal Babyland, which I'll share it with you guys once it's complete. But it's not ready. So I think until it is complete, I shouldn't really be purchasing any more Cabbage Patch online or anything. If I go to the thrift store and I see one for like $3 and it's one that I want really bad, not like just any one, because there's a lot of things that are like very repetitive, then I might pick it up. But other than that, I'm kind of done with those for right now, because I want to collect the Play Along and the TRU kids. Of course, that's really inspired by Bunny Party 2001. She collects the 2000s era Cabbage Patch Kids, and they're so cute, and I would like to have some more. So I want to like pare down my collection, figure out who I want to keep, clean them up really nice, find them a good outfit that I want them to wear, and kind of just keep them as they are, and kind of like work on that collection before I add more to it. And then let's get into the toys that are good for 2026. First and foremost, LPS. I really want to add lots of LPS to my collection. I have plenty of room for them because they're super small. Cats are the main thing that I want to collect from LPS, but I also like the dogs and like some of the other creatures, like the bunnies are really cute. But yeah, I would love to add to my LPS collection. Also, my Little Pony collection. I have very specific ponies that I'm collecting. I collect them in order of the years. Of course, if I find them in the wild, I'll take them, but as far as like ordering them online, I go in order. So right now I'm on year 2. I just completed my rainbow pony set for year 2, and I'm about to start working on the Pegasus set. So yeah, I have a very specific collecting style for My Little Pony, and I'll share that with you in my in-depth 2026 video, collecting video. The next thing is Pokemon cards. As you can see, there's a theme here that all these toys don't take up a lot of space. I love Pokemon cards. I've been going to, I think I've been to 3 events recently, and I really love it. I love all the cute cards. I've organized my binder. I need to go through and find cards that I'm willing to like trade. And then of course I'll probably sell my bulk to McKay's because they also buy bulk Pokemon cards. But yeah, I'll definitely sometime when I get a GoPro take you with me. Whenever I get a GoPro, I'm also going to take you guys thrifting with me. I just can't hold my phone and thrift at the same time because I'm like very excited or something, and I like can't focus, and I have like a lot of adrenaline, and there's like a lot of people, and I'm kind of shy and reserved, so it's kind of like nerve-wracking for me to be holding my phone. Like for some reason I think I'm gonna be in trouble, and I don't really know why I think that, but I do. The next one, Lalloopsy. I'm not gonna get a ton of Lalloopsy in the coming year because they're expensive, but I have a few ones that I really want to collect, like a few characters specifically, and of course if I can thrift them for cheap, I'm gonna get them. That should be a disclaimer for the whole thing. Like if I can thrift something for cheap, I'm probably gonna get it. The next thing is Yummy World. I really like them. I collected 2 of the larger dolls, the bubblegum one and the grape one, last year. I got them both on clearance. So I hope I can collect some of the mini ones this year. I think they're really cute. And I'd like to expand my collection of them. The next thing is Sunny Angels. I only have a few. I have a handful of Sunny Angels, and I want to have more. I just want to find a good place to get them from. The next thing is fur skins. I've been really on a fur skin deep dive lately. These are these bears from the 80s. And there's a lot more to them than you would think. They were created by the same person who created Cabbage Patch Kid, Xavier Roberts, and they had their whole little world in Moody Hollow, and I love it. The next thing is Popples. I'll have like same as with My Little Pony. I have a chart where I track the ones that I have and the ones that I want, and I want to complete the basic set of 3, 6, 9, the basic 9 to start out with. That way next year I can move on to some of the other ones, like the sleepover ones or the pocket popples or the puffles or whatever like I want to do. But yeah, I want to finish those basic 9, and right now I have 4. I have all of the 8-inch and I have one of the 13-inch. I also have one puffle and one pocket popple as well. Care Bears, the same. I have a big Care Bear collection. It's one of my largest collections, but there's a few that have just evaded me, and instead of focusing on them, I've been focusing on Build-A-Bear. So I'm gonna like switch my focus over and get those vintage plushies that I've been wanting but putting off for other things on the fear of missing out. Decor girls, they're so pretty and I hope they stick around. If not, but I'll be honest when I say that the reason that I didn't collect more of them to begin with is because they only had the 2 larger dolls that I've showed you in a previous video at my Walmart, and then they had the mini ones. But I got the same mini doll like 3 times, and I was like, I'm done with it. I'm not doing this anymore, because they were blind bagged. But now they're not blind bagged, and I've seen them recently at Barnes & Noble, so I'd like to add more to my collection. They're really cute. The art style is really pretty and unique. The next thing is Barbie. I'm so excited to grow a bigger Barbie collection and really deep dive into Barbie. I really like the really old Barbies just as much as I like the 80s and 90s Barbies. But after I put my Barbie shelf up, I have like 2 toy convention Barbie hauls that I haven't filmed. They're just sitting there waiting for me. One has some fashions in it. Oh, and I want to tell you about it. Like, so I went to this convention, and there was like 3 she had so many Barbies like all over the table, and then she had big bags of fashions, like big bags, and she's like, all the big bags are only $10. That is like the biggest regret of my life, because I picked up so many Barbies because they were only $3 each. I should have got all 3 bags of those fashions. I should have taken them all home, because there's so much good stuff, like 80s and 90s, and I left it. And now I'm so sad about it. I never want to think about it again. But yeah, I have a lot of very specific Barbies I want to get for 2026, and like certain clothing pieces and stuff. So I'll share that in my 2026 collection video of toys I want to collect. The next thing is Build-A-Bears from my Dreamy List, and I will share the Dreamy List with you as well when I get to that video. Is Fugglers. I love Fugglers so much, but I only collect the yellow ones, I mean the pink ones, and then the very brightly colored ones, like the rainbow ones, or even if it's like a bright yellow. I have a lot of yellows in my collection, but my collection is mostly pink, so it helps me not go crazy. But there's a line coming out called Pinkies. I want that line so bad. And then the last thing I mentioned already is the 2000s Cabbage Patch Kids. I really want to add some 2000s Cabbage Patch Kids to my collection. And then you can see in this final image that I put in pink all the toys that I really just won't be collecting anymore. In yellow is one that I just want a couple more from the series, and then green is like, there's like a lot of like rules and stipulations to the collections, and it might just be a temporary break from the collection, you know. So yeah, that is everything. I put hearts around all of the main things that I want to collect for 2026, which is Littlest Pet Shop, Pokemon, Setting Angels, and My Little Pony, because they don't take up a lot of space. And then honorable mentions is Polly Pocket. The lockets specifically, I've been studying them. I want to start collecting American Girl. Not a lot, just a little. I just want to dabble in American Girl. And then lastly, the Pokemon House compacts. There's 5 compacts. I can get way more into it in my next video. But I want them. I want all of the compacts. They're so pretty, and these ones are really cool because you do really need the whole collection, because you can link all of them together. They come with 2 Pokemon figures each, and they're all pastel colors. They're so cute. They're like my #1 want for 2026. So yeah, those are all of the toys that I won't be and will be collecting in the coming new year. Let me know one thing that you will no longer be collecting and one thing that you are the most excited about collecting in 2026. Until next time, stay whimsical. Bye guys.